Good afternoon, everyone. This is Peter Terhune with Conga. I apologize for all of the difficulties we've had here with our GoToWebinar, and thanks for your patience on sticking with us. We're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Peter Terhune. I am the Enterprise Solutions Architect for the team here at Conga. I'm also joined by my colleague Cyril, who will be performing this afternoon's webinar. Before we get started, I have a couple of housekeeping items. If you have any questions, please go ahead and use the questions panel in the GoToWebinar, and I will be working to respond to those, and we'll leave some opportunity at the end of the webinar for Q&A. Real quickly though, today's webinar, no more buttons, taking Conga to the next level with automation. And so in today's demo, we're going to kind of work through a couple of different options and great use cases on how to use Conga Composer, as well as some of our new technologies that we've acquired to really do some incredible automation inside your Salesforce.com environments. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you've worked with Conga or are familiar with us, one couple of quick highlights. We are the #1 paid application on the Salesforce App Exchange, and many customers across all kinds of different verticals in Salesforce environments have used our application for document generation and automation. But recently we've actually expanded by acquiring a handful of different companies. First and foremost, Action Grid is the best-of-breed list view or grid view interface for Salesforce. We also acquired CRM Culture, which is a services organization, and Novatus for contract management. And we'll start seeing a lot more integration in the near future around how to integrate and do full contract lifecycle management inside Salesforce with Conga Composer, Novatus, and Action Grid as well. Real quickly, the idea that we're trying to bring together is sales execution, and sales execution simplified. So where Conga Composer has always been your documents and report tool, we're really going to try to take a much higher approach and talk about the entire sales process and simplifying execution from data management, using tools like Action Grid to input information and work with your data inside Salesforce. And then once that data is in there, to work on personalized proposals, quotes, contracts, all there within the Conga Composer space, and then the final output and working with account planning and things like that inside there. But without further ado, and I know that we were a little bit short here on time, I'm going to go ahead and pass presenting rights over to my colleague Cyril, who will go ahead and walk us through some of his demo that he's put together.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Cyril Tarora. I'm a solutions engineer here at Conga. Today we're going to show you 4 use cases of Conga automation solutions and share a lot of exciting information with you. And again, I apologize for being a little late. The webinar was scheduled for 30 minutes, so I'm going to try to be respectful of your time, and I'm going to jump into the demo right away. And I'm going to start with the first solution, which is bulk invoicing from an Action Grid view. Like Peter mentioned, Action Grid is an Excel-like grid in Salesforce, which has many functionalities similar to Excel, such as mass updating, conditional formatting, and more. You can also use Action Grid to assign tasks, send emails, and do actions in bulk in Salesforce. And so today we're going to show you how to send invoices in bulk from Action Grid using a Conga Conductor solution in the background. But first, I would like you to think about how you do your invoicing today. Worst case scenario, you do it manually and send an email to every single customer. That is a lot of work and takes a lot of time. A much better solution is to use Salesforce and go to the opportunity object, or the opportunity record, I should say, and launch the Conga solution, such as this one, create and email invoice. But if you have to send, let's say, hundreds of invoices per month, that's a lot of clicking. That's, again, takes a lot of time and is a lot of effort. So let me show you a better way to do the same process in just a few clicks. And this is a typical Action View page. And I'm going to explain what's on this page. The first thing you can see here is the Action Grid multi-tab tab, which is on the opportunity object. And here are my opportunities that we won last month. These are the opportunities that we won this month. And this is my open opportunities. And the way I did these filters, it's pretty much like an Excel spreadsheet where you have the filter here. And so the close date is set to last month. The stage is set to closed one. So instead of using a report, it's much more user-friendly here. And again, you can use as many fields as you want and filter the way you want it. Another thing I'd like to show you is on the right side, there is this what we call the reading pane, where you can look at different related lists and basically anything that's on the opportunity object, such as chatter, the tasks, the notes and attachments, the activity history, and so on. And you probably notice that the view for each tab is different, and again, that is fully customizable depending on what you want to have on your page. But let's go back to the invoicing process and how you can use Action Grid to manage this process. There's two ways to do it. The first one, and again for the demo, we only have 4 opportunities here, but I'm sure you have more every week or every month. So let's imagine you have hundreds. Instead of doing manually, you just click this button, right-click here, hit Conga, hit Send Invoice via email, and you're done. It's going to send the invoice to all these opportunities. But let's say you don't want to send it to all of them for whatever reason. So you can lasso the opportunities you want to send the invoice to. Hit right-click, hit Conga, and send invoice via email. And I'm actually hitting the button this time. And what it's going to do here, it's opening, like I said earlier, a Conga conductor window, which is going to tell me that I selected 2 opportunities and that we're going to send the invoice via email to these opportunities. I hit start. So right now, it's actually merging the documents, the invoices, as well as the emails. And I should receive a very nice email in a few seconds here. Here we go. So and you can see that this is the same opportunities, 110 Technology, Initech Industries, and if we go back here, that's the same accounts, and that matches. And of course, I know that most of you already use Conga Composer, so the email is personalized for this particular opportunity, this one as well. And it's a nice email with the logo for a company. Hi Max, who's the contact there. A merge field from Conga, the amount, the due date. Very nice table. Again, Conga merge fields with basically a summary of the information that's in the invoice and the actual invoice attached to the email. And again, the logo of our company, the contact we're sending the invoice to, the name of the account, the payment due date, the total amount due, and all the products the customer purchased, grouped by product family in this case. So first we have the widgets with the image of the widget. So if you like to put an image of your product, you can do that. The sales price, the quantity, total price, and the subtotal. Same thing for the software. That's the software products. Here we have, instead of having an image, we have a brief description of the product, again, with the subtotal. Here, same thing for the training, same thing for professional services and implementation services. And at the end, we have an invoice summary with the grand total here. And on the last page, the bank information to actually make the payment. And if we go back to the opportunity, so one of them was this one. I'm going to refresh this page just to show you that we log the activity here. So we sent an email at 11:46, and we also attached the document that we sent through email to the customer. So again, think about how much time you spend sending your invoices today and how much time you would save if you used Action Grid. And this is just one example. There's many other use cases you can use Action Grid for. So now we're going to switch to the second solution. which should be here, yes, which is the automated approval process for purchase orders. For this solution, we're going to use Conga Workflow. Conga Workflow is a solution that can initiate Conga Composer solutions and enable the creation and delivery of documents without direct user interaction. So the Conga Workflow solution is triggered by an action in Salesforce, such as record creation, a field update, and so on. We can use Conga workflows on any objects, even custom objects, but for the purpose of the demo, we're going to use the opportunity object. But before I start showing you how this solution works, again, I want you to think about how you manage your purchase order process today. Do you do it through email? Do you have a Salesforce approval process? Do you have to create the purchase order form manually or with a Conga Composer solution? Then you have to print it. You have to take it to the approver, have the approver sign it, then scan it, email it to the vendor, wait for the vendor to print it, sign it, scan it, send it back to you, and so on. The process is not very smooth, right? And it usually takes a few days, if not a few weeks or months. I'm sure you all have a different process, and we can definitely help you improve it and streamline it with our automation solutions. So for this solution in particular, I created an account which is Company XYZ. Company XYZ is a vendor, and let's say that I want to buy products for this company, from this company. And this is the product, the opportunity. The name of the opportunity is Product XYZ from Company XYZ. It's an internal purchase. I put a little description here. Let's say the close date is June 15th. And I want to send this purchase order form for approval. And here's the amount of the whole purchase. When I'm going to hit save, it's going to trigger a Salesforce workflow, which is going to send an email to the approver. In this case, I am the approver. For the demo, it's easier. And also, it's going to start the approval process in Salesforce. So I'm going to hit save. Here we go. And I should receive an email shortly. Oh, the email is actually already here. And I customized the subject of the email and the email itself. Purchase order requires approval. Hello, could you please approve the product XYZ purchase order in Salesforce? Thanks. So I'm the approver. I saw the email, so I'm going to go back to Salesforce, go back to the opportunity product XYZ, scroll down, and we see here that the request is pending. I'm going to hit approve, reject. I'm going to say OK. And I'm going to approve the request. And once I hit approve, this is going to trigger a Conga workflow solution, which is going to send the purchase order to the vendor through DocuSign. So we're using a DocuSign integration to make this process even easier. And it's also going to update the stage of the opportunity. So I hit approve. You can see the stage here went from approval sent to PO approved. And I'm going to receive an email shortly from DocuSign. And I'm actually sending this email to the primary contact, so to John Doe, who's the vendor. So now I'm opening my email as John Doe, as the vendor. I review the document, and that's the DocuSign integration we're using. I'm opening the document. I hit start. I want to read the document. And again, that's the purchase order form. Very nice document, quite similar to the previous one. And that's the different products I want to buy from John Doe and from company XYZ. I hit next. John Doe is going to sign the document. Hit finish. And now I'm going to receive an email, as in me, as in Cyril, to sign the same document. And we can track the document on the opportunity. Let me refresh this page here. So that's a very cool feature as well. We can track here. See, we can track the status. Oh, here it is. Sorry, of the DocuSign document in real time, basically. And so I'm going to go back to my emails, and I received the purchase order. I'm going to sign it as well. going to skip this because you saw the document already. Hit sign, finish, and that's it. I'm going to receive another email telling me that the purchase order is completed. And if we go back to the opportunity, and I need to refresh this page, the status of the DocuSign document is going to be completed as well. Yeah, it takes a few seconds for DocuSign to update the document. Here we go. It's completed. So see, no clicks in Salesforce. Really the process is much easier. So once again, this is just one use case, and I'm sure you could use a similar solution to automate your processes in your organization. It can be the purchase order process or any other processes. So now we're going to switch to the third solution, which is the completely hands-off renewals. And for this solution, we're going to use Conga Conductor. Conga Conductor can launch on demand or schedule Conga Composer solutions in batches so that you don't have to do it manually. But first of all, before we start this, I'd like to have you think about how you manage your renewal process today. Most companies have several weekly reports, such as subscriptions that are going to expire in the next 90 days, 60 days, or 30 days. And once they have these reports, they send emails to the customers manually, or if you're lucky, you use a Conga Composer button. But once again, you have to do this for every single renewal and probably several times for each renewal if the customer doesn't renew right away. So again, this is a lot of clicking, takes a lot of time, and is a lot of effort. So now let me show you how you would do it through with Conga Conductor. So this is for the demo. We built three conductor solutions. The first one, conductor renewal in 30 days, conductor renewal in 60 days, and conductor renewal in 90 days. And so these three conductor solutions run on a daily basis and send a renewal email automatically to the records that match the criteria. In our case, if the subscription or license expires in 90 days, 60 days, or 30 days, and each solution has its own email template, its own email subject, and its own document attached, and there's no action needed on your end. We built this solution using our Conga Composer button, and I can show you this here. This is the Conga Conductor renewal in 30 days. And so to build this, we use this field here, which is based on the Conga Composer button, so this one here, and we just converted this button into a field, and it's here. And we also used a report, this report with the ID that ends with 9E2, which is this report. And what this report does, it retrieves all the opportunities where the license or subscription expires in 30 days. And it's the same principle for the other two solutions, but it's 60 days and 90 days instead. And we have the similar reports here, 60 days and 90 days. I'm just going to demo the 30 days one because, again, the principle is very similar for the other two. And this conductor solution is scheduled to run every day at 12:30 p.m. from today until Saturday. And again, that is for the demo. For the purpose of the demo, I have to launch it manually to show you what it does, but in real life, it would be automated. You wouldn't have to click any button. So I'm going to launch it here. This is going to open the Conga Conductor page, and it's going to tell me that I selected two opportunities, which are the two opportunities that are here, that are retrieved by the report. Here we go, two opportunities, and we're going to send the renewals via email again. I'm going to hit start. So now it's merging the documents, the renewal forms, as well as the emails and sending the emails. So I should receive two emails very soon. Here we go. And once again, the emails are personalized for each customer. So this is the one that we sent to Leslie. This is the one that we sent to Max. Similar template with the logo of our company, again, merge fields from Conga, a nice table here, which is the summary of the renewal form, and the attached document, which is the subscription renewal form here, with again the name of the customer, the account, my name, my company here, and the summary of the licenses that need to be renewed. And for this example in particular, I filtered so that not all the products appear here, and it's just the products that have a license on the opportunity. And we could have used the DocuSign integration here as well to sign. And so let me show you again how we updated one of the opportunities. This one, here we go. So see, we sent this email to these two opportunities: complete starter package and additional widgets and licenses from Initech Industries. This is the one. This is Initech Industries, additional widgets and licenses. And we, as Conga Conductor was sending these emails, it also attached the attached document here. I'll save the attached document in Notes and Attachments, and log the activity here, the subscription renewal form sent, and the email we just sent at 11:59. So let me now switch to the last opportunity, the last solution. Sorry, but before I do that, I would like you again to think about how much time you would save if you use this solution to manage your renewals or similar use cases. This process is fully automated, and you won't forget to send a renewal email or send the wrong email to the wrong person or send it at the wrong time, and so on. And so the last solution, and I'm going to try to be quick, it's the schedule reporting to non-Salesforce users. And for this solution, we're going to use Conga Courier. Conga Courier allows you to send Salesforce reports via email to anybody, including people who don't have access to Salesforce, such as your partners, your customers, or your board members. Courier overcomes the Salesforce limitation that allows you to send reports to internal Salesforce users only. But before we start this demo, again, I'd like you to think about how you send your reports today to your partners, your customers, or board members. Do you go to Salesforce, download a report on your computer, attach it to your email, and then send the email manually, or do you use a Conga Composer button? And do you do this daily, weekly, on a monthly basis? And sometimes, you might forget to send the report, or send the wrong report to the wrong people, or send it at the wrong time. Not an easy task, right? So we're going to use a Conga Courier to improve this process. So we're on the Courier page here, and we built what we call a Courier schedule. This is what it looks like here. It's very straightforward. We put a title, we put a brief description, we select the report that we want to send, we select the recipients, so who do we want to send the report to? In our case, we want to send it to Melanie Glover. We put the body of the email here and the email subject, and of course the schedule. So in our case, we're going to send the report weekly on Monday at 6 o'clock in the morning. And the report we're going to send, I'm going to show it to you right now, is the opportunities that we won last week. And so we can send this to our executive team. We can send this to partners. And there's many other use cases. So for instance, customer usage that you want to send to your customers on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, pipeline reports, and so on. And again, this is in real life, this is automated, and it runs every week. Like I said, on Monday at 6 a.m. Before the demo, I have to click a button to show you the result. So I hit test run, start test, and this is going to send Melanie, who's the recipient of this report, this email and the report in the email. So that much is the report. That's right here. So again, and that was the last solution. Think about how much time you would save if these recurrent processes were automated. This is it for today's demo. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know if you have questions, and I'm going to look at the chat right now. And feel free to reach out to your territory manager if you would like to schedule some time to get more information about our automation solutions. Thank you. And Peter is going to join right now.
Thank you very much, Cyril. Thanks everyone for sticking with us a little bit through those hiccups on the webinar and staying a couple minutes long with us on the backside here. Quick reminder: we've gone ahead and recorded this webinar, so we will share the link shortly thereafter. Meanwhile, there are a couple of questions that came up throughout the webinar. The first question from Edward: is there an email limit for emailing functionality around that license renewal situation? Salesforce does have a internal email limit of 1,000 emails per day. However, we do have an integration with a third-party service, SendGrid, which will allow you to exceed that. So if you use Conga Conductor in conjunction with SendGrid, we can do many, many more than 1,000 per day. So hopefully that helps answer that question. Mary had a question. Can you show how to add recipients not using Salesforce? So coming back to that Conga Courier use case, the way that we define the recipients in Conga Courier is a Salesforce contact, a Salesforce user, or a Salesforce role. So as long as the recipient that you would like to receive that report is a Salesforce contact, we can add them to any courier schedule. A single courier schedule will support up to 25 recipients, both internal and external recipients. So there's no limit around the recipient type. So Nicole had a question around the customizing the look of that report. Now, Conga Courier does not give you a lot of flexibility around the look and feel of that report. Conga Conductor, however, could give you some of that further customization if necessary. So as Cyril was demonstrating, Conga Conductor gives you that batch and schedule functionality around like the 30, 60, 90 renewals. You could actually do a scheduled report with Conga Conductor as well, where you could do some of the formatting and the look and feel and convert to PDF and some of that other feature-rich functionality that you get in Conga Composer and Conga Conductor. Another question here. How to schedule Conga reports to email weekly from Sherry. So in both Conga Conductor and in Conga Courier, weekly is just a default option. So you could absolutely select that you would like to send that every Monday or every Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock, whatever you would like. The default options are a daily, every day, every weekday, weekly, or monthly would be those features and those default options in both Conga Conductor and Conga Courier. So let me see. Alfredo had a question around, are there instructions for sending multiple invoices via Action Grid? Absolutely. Alfredo, what we could do is we'll follow up with an article on how to integrate Conga Conductor with your Action Grid grid views. So we'll have someone reach out to you with that information directly. In Courier, can a recipient be a lead? Cheryl, that is a great question. I would have to defer. Maybe we can post a Q&A dialogue. I believe my initial reaction is that it does need to be a contact, a user or a group in Salesforce, but I will confirm that and we will get some information back regarding those courier recipients. And Sherry also had a question around our Conga Courier and Conga Conductor additional prices in Above and Beyond Composer. Yes, they are. They are both Conga Composer, as most organizations have deployed Conga Composer, is paid per user. Conga Conductor and Conga Courier are paid per event. So it is not a user-based pricing, it is priced per event or per action that is taken on that. So please connect with your territory manager to review pricing if it is something of interest, and go from there. So All right. If there are any other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team. Thanks again so much for your time today. And this is Conga Pete, and we're signing off. But we will share out this recording shortly. And if you have any questions, never hesitate to contact our team, support@congamerge.com. Thank you so much.